Okay, we've seen a lot of the Space Invader type base around. I call it Space Invaders because I think if it's oriented the other way, it looks a bit like a Space Invader for the old school players like me. Anyway, this is a bit of a morph of the Space Invader base, and the things you'll notice different are instead of having the ADs, the ADs are a tad deeper on this side, so they're harder to access. So it's tougher to do, and you haven't got your heroes up here, so you can't just take out your queen and your heroes here. But Seaab's managed to find a clever way of still pulling this apart. So this base you can see is defending its heroes quite well. Hard to access the queen, but not that hard as it turns out. Now also you notice the queen is on the multi side. I think that made the base a bit weaker. If the queen was on the single, he's running a multi and a single. If the queen had been on the single side, this would have been harder to do this raid. Anyway, let's have a look at how he tackles the variation. So the first thing you'll do is you'll do a lure, and in doing the lure, he's taking off a building that's miles away on the perimeter. Again, taking off some of these perimeter type buildings so they don't distract the main wave on the way through the base. So it does the draw. Seaab's always really good at using he's got a ton of barbs to get all the troops grouped nice and closely together, which just makes the CC kill a whole lot easier. Put another barbs. He makes them run a bit. They get nice and grouped there, and he drops the Valk in the middle. The Valk should wipe the whole CC, and then a couple of minions will finish off the witches. So another variation on the CC kill. Then I think it's as effective as the Loon one. Each their own, I think, on it. So the first thing here is, okay, so how's he going to get to the queen and the AD? Well, he's used some minions to clear this side. When he drops his king, it might have been safer to drop a minion here just to make sure, or minion here just to make sure that they'd come in, or a wizard just to kill that one. But hopefully the queen will draw the heroes in and the golem into here. So drop the queen. Yeah, this minion's going here. Hopefully you'll clear that one out. Drop the king. It's going over there. You don't want that, but hopefully the queen will pull him in. Yep, the queen's pulled him in. Bit lucky there. It would have been safer to clear off these buildings along the side. So then he's got his queen and king in here with the golem. Kill their heroes. And kill an AD, and I think he actually gets the second AD through here. So just pause it there. So that's a different variation on the base, and you can see it's a stronger base and a much tougher way to kill the ADs, but because this is open, you can get away with two ADs and the queen, so that you pretty much disarm the base there. Might have been safe to drop another wizard here or something just to make sure the king didn't go walkabout, because the whole raid might have failed then. Now, in terms of his main drop, I guess you've got a bit of a choice about where you approach this from. So I'll just let him do his drop. So he's kept 4 loons here. I don't know if he's might want to take out that far archer tower with those 4 loons. But interestingly, he's approached the single Inferno side of the base rather than multi. I would have probably come at the multi side, just because he's going to lose a hound with having approached that side. But you can see he's dropped his hounds from both sides to clear out any of the bombs. Then his loons, you can see he's very careful with how he places his loons. You've got 3 here to take out these 2. You've got a whole bunch here to come through main on your Inferno, and these ones here to come through here. Presumably he'll rage around here. It looks like a pretty good rage around there, and maybe a rage around here. It looks like a sort of, actually if you look at this base, what it really suits is a circular raid. Rage here, rage here, rage here, all really high value rages. And you can see that the loons will pass through here. It might be safe. I don't know if he's going to drop some loons just to take out this cannon, just to make sure that his loons pass nicely around. Let's have a look. So you can see that bye bye hound. Maybe he intended to get it with the freeze. Yeah, he saved his sort of couple of loons for the far side of the base. And they'll pass nicely around where the guy's been really nice and just grouped all of his defences together, so we get tons of value for our rages. And I think with the way the actual defences were run there, they didn't jump out and hit the cannon, but you just need to be very careful there. If there was a Telsa there or something like that, you might have had to take out that cannon. Anyway, great raid there from Seaab. Interesting variation on the Space Invader base. Much tougher. And anyone who's running that base, there's an easy base mod that will be tougher, and a lot of people won't be able to bust that because that's a little tricky on the jump. But great raid there for Seaab. And another good variation. Appreciated the CC kill, particularly with the Valk.